How long have you been in New York?
3 months.
What brought you to New York City?
My fiance.
Are you here permanently?
I would like to, but from what I see, not really.
Tell me what you see.
It's not safe in the streets. It's not safe in the store. My wife works in the Bronx. She's a pharmacist. I say my fiance or my future to be wife. I have to always be there for her to feel safe.
Is it safer in Rwanda than it is here?
Very safe. Kids run on the street at night.
Tell me, what's life like in Rwanda?
Amazing life, man. It's real life.
Is it better than here?
100%.
So why are you here then?
School.
What are you studying?
Physics.
What school you go to?
Well, University of North Texas, but I had a back injury. I'm recovering now. I'm going back in August.
What's your thoughts on the migrant situation here?
There's no migration problem in here. No, I don't see any migrant causing problem here. I see them hustling here every day. Me too. I hustle too.
So why you think the city not safe?
It's the people who are not supposed to be here who are here. This city I consider it as a campus, a university. I consider that each student should be admitted in a campus. And there's so many people in New York City who are not admitted in the New York campus. So they should be out of the school. That's how I think about it.
So how's life been so far since you moved to America? Is
I
it
can
what you
say
expected?
It's definitely not what I expected.
No?
Definitely not. Definitely not. I've been in America for 15 years.
What did you expect?
What is in the movie and the videos and TV is not what is here. I see the streets are dirty. In Rwanda, there's no dirty street in Rwanda.
What's your thoughts on black Americans?
I think African Americans are the best people in this country. They work so hard and get so little, and they're still happier than the people who have more.
Black Africans come here and work harder than black Americans?
No, all black people work hard.
Do you think black poverty, white people is responsible for black poverty in America and in Africa?
There's no poverty in America.
That's interesting. Why you say that?
There's food everywhere. There's no poverty in America. There's food everywhere. In Manhattan, I eat there for free every day. Steak for $500 for free. There's a church there where they handle homeless food.
Is there poverty in Rwanda?
Well, you can say there's colonialism in Rwanda.
Colonialism.
Yeah, there's no poverty. There's colonialism. Modern colonialism, to be clear.
So what do you mean by there's not poverty, but there's colonialism? Like, explain that a little bit.
So poverty means we don't have enough, right? So how can you say we don't have enough while we have many people with multiple billion dollars?
But that's a certain set of people. Everybody don't have that.
So there's no poverty there. They can feed the hungry if they want to, right?
But you said if they want to.
There's no poverty, there's just greed.
So greed leads to poverty, you don't think so? And colonialism leads to greed. And greed leads to poverty.
No, I don't make connections in all that. No? If you are greedy, that's just you.
In all third world countries, Africa, the Caribbean, Black America, wherever, do you think white people is responsible for that poverty?
Not necessarily white people, just greed.
So who's greedy?
Black people, white people, yellow people, green people.
Who has all the wealth?
All those people I'm telling you.
When you compare black people to white people, who have more wealth?
We all have wealth.
Okay. Tell me.
Let me give you an example to be clear. So let's compare Jay-Z and Elon Musk. Let's say, I mean, they maybe not on the same level. Both can do much more if they want.
Yeah, but
they can give all their wealth away and feed everybody in the world.
Well, you still can't compare. If Elon Musk wake up with Jay-Z money, it'll be a nightmare.
No, there's no difference.
Tell me a third world country where the population is at least 70 to 80% white.
I don't know any.
Tell me a third world country where the population, the black population is at least 70 to 80%.
All of them.
With that being said, how do you tell me all of us have wealth?
No, in those countries, have you ever been in a different country?
Yes.
Yeah, so there are billionaires in those countries too.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and they are black.
Who do they report to?
I don't know. I'm not in that position to know.
Who's making them rich?
They are making themselves rich.
Do you plan on moving back to Rwanda?
Yes, as soon as possible. I got jumped here in America and I can never get jumped in Rwanda. Yeah, multiple times here in New York and the police is on the street and they do nothing. I've been arrested in Texas many times. I filed complaints, they say they have reviewed all the files. They've found out that it's all good. But one time I had more than 100 cops kneeling on my back. I've been dealing with those back injuries for 3 years, so you understand.
Do you think there's racism in America?
Yeah, all of it.
Do you think that racism trickles down to third world countries?
No, we
No?
love each other. We love white people like they are our masters sometimes too.
You think that's a good thing?
No, we have love. It doesn't matter people what people think. You know, love is love, man.
What do you think about the Israel-Gaza situation?
Man, it's so sad, man. It's really
Sad.
sad how people are dying and we are all watching and nobody's is doing anything. And unfortunately, this country is the one funding the war and they are dropping 2,000 bombs on innocent young children, women. It's really sad that America is not doing anything and Americans not doing anything, man. I grew up reading the Bible and I know Israel and Jerusalem are a sacred land. Why is America bombing a sacred land?
Interesting.
I think it should be the end of this nation, man.
You think
We are
it's
towards the end of American domination. Everybody have said that already.
you think it's Israel's fault?
No, it's American fault. It's American dropping bombs on the innocent people. It's not Israel. No. America is doing all of the work. If they remove the Iron Dome, then Israel is exposed and it's no longer there.
What's the craziest thing you ever seen in New York City since you came?
I've seen a dead person on the street being brought back to life. A little girl.
That situation that happened in Rwanda, that genocide or whatever it was.
No, it was a genocide, 1994.
Did you live through that?
Yeah, I have a good memory. I remember everything.
What was it like? Like
I mean,
experiencing
it's a
that?
jungle war. It's just us becoming animals again. Experiencing that is very traumatic. But we are animals, so we can only run, but when we get caught, then we go back to being animals.
What was the cause of that?
Colonialism.
Colonialism.
So the people who colonized us, they came to Rwanda.
Who's the people that colonized you?
So Rwanda was colonized by really three countries. See? There's German, was the one that came in, and then Belgium. And they all did what they had to do. They created schools, they created a lot of roads, but then they divided us too. They say you are Hutu, they say you are Tutsi, they say you are Twa, they say you are this, you are tall, you are short, you are light skin, you have blue eyes, all that. They used it as a tool against us. And we are still fighting. And unfortunately, they still do. They're still stealing everything we got on our continent.
So who owns a lot of the land and resources in Africa?
People are still buying, like Chinese buying, colonialism buying. But if you all decide to come, we can move them out, send them back where they come from.
What would you tell your younger self?
Be happy, be courageous, and love people and God.
If you were single, you think you could find a good woman in America?
Congo and Mali. African, yeah, Africa.
You live here in New York
I
City?
live in Brooklyn, yeah.
You live in Brooklyn. All right. Are you single? Are you single?
I'm single.
Yes.
Why are you single?
The dating pool in New York is very tricky. That's why I'm single.
It's tricky. What do you mean by tricky?
Tricky meaning people always feel like they can find better. They don't make any efforts to like try. They feel like if this don't work out, I'm not gonna try no more. I'm gonna find somebody better.
What about you?
What's the question?
Why are you single?
You assumed I was single. You didn't ask me. I am single because I agree that I'm getting closer to God. And no, the dating pool here in New York is trash. I feel like a lot of men here think they have a lot of options.
And they don't.
And they don't.
Okay. And I did ask if you were single or in a relationship. Social media. You think social media made dating easier or harder?
I think it made it harder. I think people with social media feel like, oh, if this don't work out, I can go on Instagram and find this next girl. Like, I see this girl online last week. Oh, let me holler at her. Like, I think social media made things worse. Y'all think you have options and you really don't have options like that. Like, it's all visual, but it's not all mental and emotional.
What about you?
Social media, I think we're in the age that we have to really look at our partners and make sure they match our social media expectations.
Yep.
Like there's some people that like, hey babe, you didn't post me. Oh, okay babe, I'm gonna post you. Some people are gonna be like, hey babe, I didn't post you. So it's like, what are you, like social media expectations, I think unfortunately in 2024, we have to agree with that. Like, hey, do you care if I post you on social media? That might be a first date question.
Yeah.
You know, and that's sad to say, but like, you know.
What makes a man corny?
You know what I have to say to the people on YouTube that's gonna watch this video? Russell Wilson is not a corny man. Not because your man do nice things for you means he's corny. That means he cares for you. What makes a man corny? What makes a man corny is when you do things for a woman that tell you they don't want you.
Preaching.
If a woman tells you, I don't like you, I don't want you, I think you're ugly, I don't think you're attractive, and you keep doing things for her, you are corny and you are thirsty for attention, and that makes you corny. Men act a certain way, and you can keep it up, and at some point your real image comes out, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm busted, and it's like
All right. What do you think men prefer, natural women or women with BBLs?
between BBLs and natural bodies, I think these days, right now, it's 60 BBLs, 40 natural women. I think in 2025 it will change. I do think a lot of men don't care if women get surgery.
What gives you that impression?
I hear a lot of podcasts and men just overall, like some of my friends, I think a lot of men just feel like, hey, if you don't like your body, then get surgery. Which surgery could mean like a size up for your boobs or like a little more hips. I do think that these days men favor surgery. What do you favor?
I favor natural bodies, baby. If you're gonna get your body right, that's what a gym is for. You know what I mean? You're like a
Yeah.
Corolla that went to the shop and you came out with Porsche parts.
If you're a woman and watching this, if there are some things that nothing the gym can fix, like I was, like for example, I'm gonna be really transparent. I had chin surgery because my family has really big chins,
Okay.
and no matter how much weight I would lose, my chin would just be big.
Right.
So I still work out every day. I never stop, but I just feel like very insecure about my chin. So I got chin surgery.
As a dark-skinned girl, are you
Chocolate.
comfortable with the way dark-skinned women are portrayed in the media?
No, I'm not.
Why?
I think dark skinned girls get more love, but not enough love. No. You know, and I'm from France. I'm from Paris. I was born and raised in France. So in France, dark skinned girls don't get no love. I'm gonna just say that. And I feel that you see music videos and you see the same girls over and over. It's always the light skinned girl. It's always the lighter woman, and it's not fair. Like dark skin is popping, honey. I go overseas and I drench myself in coconut oil. Like let me be dark as fuck.
Give me a couple of qualities that you look for in a man that you're going long-term with, you plan to spend the rest of your life with.
Of course. In a man, I look for somebody who's very cultured, like someone who's like, I love a Brooklyn man. I'm from a foreigner, so I love a Brooklyn man. Very grounded, very family oriented, very understanding, and very ambitious. So I don't care where you are right now, but like I want to know what your goals are. And also you're walking your talk. So you say, I want to be this, and you're also doing the steps to be this person.
Dark-skinned man or light-skinned man? What are you going with?
I'm gonna go with dark, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I
Happy
love
that.
both. I love both, but I do dark.
All right. We got,
Well, what's up, man? It's your boy Carl, Drug of the Best, brother. You know what I mean?
where you from?
Washington Heights.
Grew up in New York City?
Yes, sir. Born and raised, John.
Tell me the craziest shit you ever seen in New York City.
I mean, I've seen people get, you know, straight up right there. See motherfuckers butt naked shooting, dusted out, butt naked shooting out.
How was it different back in the day as opposed to now?
A lot of people won't be able to walk around these streets around here. Like, you know, like I mean, sick of say 20 years, 25.
Right.
There'll be a lot of tension.
Well, you think a lot has changed since white people started coming around?
Yes. But yes,
What
I
has
did.
changed?
Believe the economy, little calm. I see, you know, on 25th, you know, a little more different. You know, Lennox being more different.
Looks different in better or worse?
Better.
So you
Yeah.
think gentrification helps black people?
It doesn't help.
There you
It doesn't
go.
help because, you know what I mean, basically majority of the rich people is white people, Jewish white people. I mean, it does cause a havoc to us. This is our community, you know what I mean? We've been here for years, decades, and it's gonna mess up a lot of things up for our community and our generations, for generations.
Right. The mental health crisis.
I believe it's crazy now. Yes, on the train is more. Yeah, back then it was not like it was violence. Yes, it was. It was more of like graffiti, kind of like but now it's more violence just out of nowhere.
The homelessness. Has that went up also?
Yes, it went up very high. A lot of people in the shelters, a lot of people homeless. You know, it's crazy. Yes.
What do you think is the cause of that?
The rotation of the drug generation. You know what I mean? Because it changes.
Changes.
Now we got so many different fentanyl,
Right.
this, that, we got that, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People smoking weed in the street now, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Back in the days when you got caught with
Oh, man, listen, man, I got caught. I believe I got a last one, I got a misdemeanor. And yeah,
How much time you got?
I do at least 2 days, 3 days, you know? I have to go to the book and see the judge.
Did that happen pretty often?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't smoke nowhere, you know, they'll lock you up. Yeah, hell yeah.
Why you think it's legal now?
Money.
But,
Money.
but who's getting the money?
Government, tax, funds. You know what I mean? Once the government is involved, everything is a rapid thing.
You single or in a relationship?
Single, brother. Right now, yeah, man.
You see a girl, you know, you find her attractive. How do you approach her?
I really don't approach too many women right now. If I see eye contact and make a conversation.
Right.
But I'm really not looking forward to looking for nobody else beasting, you know. I don't do that. I'm an OG, you know, so if I make eye contact and then we start conversation, then we go
That's
on.
how it goes.
Yeah.
How was meeting women different back in the day to,
Very
to
different.
now?
Social media, basically, point blank. That's it. Social media took over. Back then, you had beepers, you know, yeah, call me, beat me, or whatever. But it was different. Every communication was different. It was very different.
Where did you meet women back in the day?
I mean, women, you know, in my neighborhood, the street, you know, bars, clubs, you know, especially clubs. You know, people used to go out clubs. People want to see girls.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Anywhere except social media.
Exactly. Anywhere but social. There was no social media.
Yeah.
You know?
Give me a third world country where it's 80% white population.
Wow, Poland.
Poland?
Yeah.
Is third world?
Yes, very all white, yeah. Oh, what's that? I know it was Poland. One about like Europe and all that stuff like that. You talking about? Yeah, Russia. Oh, shit.
Russia, you say Russia is third world?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.